Hailey Welch wasn't supposed to be rich. She was working night shifts at a bed spring factory in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, making about $16 an hour, until one night in Nashville changed everything.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. Yeah.
That one drunken moment propelled her into stardom like no one had ever seen. It also made her the face of one of the most controversial crypto scams in history. A scheme that drained millions from her fans' wallets in less than 24 hours. How does a factory worker from Tennessee become the poster child for crypto fraud? And more importantly, did she actually get away with it? This is the insane true story of how the Hawk Tuah Girl became crypto's most notorious scammer. Before the money and controversies, Hailey Welch was just another regular kid from a small town called Belfast. Hailey's childhood was rough. Her mom was a crack addict. Hailey herself was born a crack baby. Her words, not mine.
Really? Yeah, I'm a baby. Are you? Yeah!
Life didn't get easier. After high school, while others headed to college, Hailey was clocking in at a local bed spring factory. Night shifts, $16 an hour, just to help pay household bills. She wasn't building apps or trading crypto. Nothing suggested she'd one day be worth millions. Here's where it gets interesting. This humble, hardworking image became the perfect cover for one of the most elaborate financial scams in internet history. June 11th, 2024. Hailey was out on a Nashville Broadway strip, probably drunk, definitely not thinking about her future, when the street interviewer stuck a microphone in her face. The clip was uploaded and boom, fame overnight. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. Suddenly, this factory worker from nowhere became the most famous person on the internet. What most people don't know, the moment that video went viral, Hailey Welch stopped being a person. She started to become a product. Within 2 weeks, she quit her factory job. She partnered with a local hat maker and cleared about $70,000 in merch in just 2 weeks. $70,000. More than she'd made in 3 years working at the factory. While Hailey was learning to become an influencer, some very smart and very shady people started watching. They had much bigger plans for the Hawk Tuah Girl. Here's the thing, the difference between a scheme not working and one making millions is the face associated with it all. Think about Logan Paul, Jason Derulo, or Iman Gadzhi, which I've already made a video about. The shady people behind the so-called Hawk token needed someone to fit the bill. Authentic, relatable, down to earth. Someone who'd never in a million years rip off their own fans. Enter the puppet masters. Doc Hollywood, or his real name Alex Schultz, and his company Overheal Ltd weren't just interested in Hailey's podcast or merch. They saw something far more valuable. A girl with millions of followers and zero understanding of cryptocurrency. The plan was simple, yet pretty brilliant. Step 1. Set up a Cayman Islands shell company called Tuah the Moon Foundation to handle all the money. Step 2. Create a meme coin called Hawk and promote it as a community project. Step 3. Use very complex terminology to hide that insiders owned about 96% of the whole supply. Step 4. Launch the coin, let the price rocket, then dump everything, while retail investors are holding the bag. Step 5. Blame market forces and walk away with hundreds of millions. None of this would work without Hailey's ability to sell the idea. Here's where things get truly messed up. They didn't just use her fame, they used her backstory. Her humble beginnings, her working class roots, her small town girl image. They turned her entire life into marketing for a financial crime. December 4th, 2024, launch day. Hailey's fans were hyped for weeks. This wasn't just any meme coin. This was their girl's coin. The girl who worked in a factory, raised by her grandmother, made it through luck and authenticity. Buying Hawk wasn't just about crypto, it was about investing in the American dream. What they didn't know, they were about to get absolutely destroyed. Here's how the scam worked. The team minted 10 billion Hawk tokens, but only released about 400 million, or 4%, into public trading. The remaining 96% insiders. By the time regular people started buying thinking they were early, insiders already owned almost everything. The price skyrocketed from 0.00009 Solana, or about 15 cents, to 0.049 Solana, or about $8 in less than an hour. That's a 5,000 time increase. People thought they were getting rich. On paper, some wallets were worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands. That's when it all suddenly collapsed. It was now time for the insiders to sell fast. 285 pre-sale wallets began dumping immediately. Within hours, 89 wallets had sold 100% of their holdings. Prices started to tank. People kept buying, thinking it was just a dip. But here's the nasty twist. The token had a 15% trading fee. Every buy and sell sent 15 cents on the dollar straight to the scammers. So in just 24 hours, the so-called trading fee generated about $1.8 million. By the end of the day, Hawk had fallen 95% from its peak. Thousands of fans, people who trusted Hailey, lost their savings. But there's a question coming to mind. Where is Hailey while this is happening? CoffeeZilla actually asked her during a Twitter interview. As the hard question started, she dipped. She said she was now going to bed.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick, but hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So the question remains, who actually got paid? Despite claiming she made nothing, leaked emails show that Hailey had received over $125,000 upfront, plus 50% of the net proceeds. Meanwhile, Doc Hollywood and his team, well, they claimed devs hadn't sold anything, contradicting on-chain data. Notice the bought column here shows no numbers. That means the wallets dumping tokens didn't actually purchase them. They were given to them. So technically they didn't sell on day one. They sold to insiders long before launch, triggering a $3.3 million dump on launch day. But who was left holding the bag? Not crypto traders, not VCs. These were Hailey's fans, teachers, nurses, and factory workers. December 19th, 2024. When you pull a scam of this magnitude, people usually start to notice. So lawyers quickly got involved. Victims started launching a class action suit against Doc Hollywood and his company, naming Hailey Welch as a promotional partner. The SEC launched an investigation right away. But here's the truly shocking part. After all this investigation, evidence, and surfacing of new information, the investigation actually got closed in March 2025. No charges were filed and no one went to jail. Crypto and meme coins still exist in this legal gray area. Millions were stolen from regular people and you can do nothing about it. Now you might ask yourself, where is Hailey Welch now? She didn't get arrested, she didn't get fined, nothing happened. So she's pretty much back to doing fine. After the backlash, she stepped back from social media and let everything calm down. She sold her Twitter account for about $325,000. And also she restarted her podcast a few months ago, not pulling her old numbers but still doing fine. Oh, and of course, she started filming a documentary series about her life. Meanwhile, all the fans who bought her token are mostly holding on, because you can't really sell right now. The token is down to 98%, meaning it's basically worth nothing. People trusted her and lost everything. Hailey couldn't say no to a payday. She built her entire brand on authenticity and relatability. The small town girl who, with a little bit of luck, made it overnight. Millions were stolen. Hailey faced no major consequences. And you know what's the most fucked up part about this story? This all started from one stupid interview.
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah